sandstorm.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have a wrap to this at some point.
Seriously.
We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back with another Stormcast. Oh man, got the usual suspects in here. Moderators in here doing their thing. What up, Vito? We got Notica Yui in here.
What's up, everyone?
Other co-host holding it down.
What's up?
He wanted to come through and get a little spice, have a little spice conversation.
Exactly.
A little spice. So, real quick here, Dark Void, what up? Appreciate you coming through. So, Dark Void actually hit me up earlier today, and I'm gonna say what up to everybody else. But Dark Void specifically hit me up earlier, said that he wasn't gonna be able to make it and do the moderations today. He might be able to listen, but not for sure. But big shout outs, man. Let's what we gonna do for emojis, man? What we gonna do for emojis? Big shout outs to his mom. Happy birthday to his mom. Is there a balloon emoji? Do we got a balloon?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Hey,
All right.
hear me though, real quick, because my mic has been tripping, and I had an update on my computer, and I listened back to my video version yesterday, and I wasn't.
You wasn't too loud.
It was like, oh snap.
I mean, I hear you. I would say I hear you just fine.
It's mainly the people like out there. Like, well, as soon as it gets on YouTube, for some reason, it's crazy.
Vito's from Atlanta, Triple M. So
No, I'm not.
yeah.
From Michigan.
I know you from Michigan, but you've been living there forever. You can claim it. So
No, okay. I'm from Michigan.
Just like a clean Cali.
okay, cool. Trinell did it. So yeah, let's throw up balloons for Dark Boy's mom. Happy birthday, Dark Boy's mom, man. I'm gonna throw up balloons too. Let me get my balloons going. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Shout outs to Dark Boy's mom, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what up, Jay Biggs, our newest and latest moderator. Appreciate you coming through as usual, man. Holding down the fort for us. Triple M in the building. And I think that's all we got so far. I know everybody will start trickling in at some point, but yeah, we got quite an interesting topics today. But before we get into that, no, you haven't been on in a while, so I'll just do the usual. And we'll start off with you actually. What have you been playing lately? Oh, my bad. Okay. Let's touch back then. I forgot. Given the situation. All right. What animes have you been watching lately? There we go.
Oh God.
Since we kind of talked about it, that makes it for an easier subject.
Yeah. Like so, backstage, me and Sansor were talking about it. We were what? I think we already up to date with Kaiju number 8 so far. So that's been going on. So that's been great. We're finally happy that we're getting somewhere, like hyped up in battles and stuff. Because I was like, all right, dude, when you gonna start using your damn powers? Like, bro, I'm waiting for you to use your powers. Please, like, just go. That was the whole thing. I just started watching. I think it's the Apostle Diary just now. I was just watched the first episode, and the only reason I watched it because I saw the opening music for it, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Let me check this out. And I think I had this on my back burner, so I just watched the first episode. I was like, huh. It's actually pretty good. I had to maybe rewatch the first episode because I'm watching the English dub because we were like noise and holding my son and not trying to make as much noise, and yeah, it was kind of like that. But yeah, so watched that and caught up with the latest episode of Slime and the irregular Magic High School, and also another one that I just introduced to Sandstorm, which is called Mystery Disappearances. Which is actually great. I recommend that very well. So I've been having fun with these animes so far.
Okay. Let me go back in here. What's it? I think I saw Exodia. Yep. What's good, Exodia? Coming in here. Triple M. I don't know if that's necessarily a topic we'll discuss today, but we'll touch on it. I don't mind touching on it. Because that's an interesting conversation. Actually, that's really interesting as a conversation because that could change a whole lot of stuff. But also, too, I want to throw out this real quick. I don't see him in here, and I don't blame him that he's not in here. But Ipster's mom, he's over from the pond. He's been on here. On the podcast, not necessarily the podcast, but I think we played Pokemon. What's the latest one? Violet, Scarlet and Violet. We played live with him. His mom passed a year ago. I want to say a Friday. So I know he's going through it. Shout outs to him. My condolences. I can't imagine how that is because I still have my mother for the time being. However, I don't have my dad, so I definitely know how that can be. Shout outs to him. Hopefully he's taking the opportunity to spend time with his other family and bonding, or just kind of just settling his mind for that tough time. But let's see. What have y'all been playing, or what have y'all been watching? Jay said One Piece. One Piece just finished. Dressrosa. No, okay. American Sea Cake. Okay. So I still struggle to even think about wanting to start that. Like One Piece is not Naruto, because like Naruto, like if somebody was like, hey, should I start Naruto, and I'm like, have you ever watched it before? And they're like, well, nah. I'd be like, oh, let me figure out where the fillers are, and then you can watch like sections of things and kind of get the gist of where things are going, because watching that all the way through, it's not for everybody. I won't say it's a no, but it's not for everybody. But you definitely want people to watch like those higher moments and stuff. One Piece is way more than that, and I'm just like,
yo, has B been in here the whole time?
no, he just jumped in.
No, he just showed in. Okay.
So, other moderator, thank you for coming through, B. Really appreciate you, bro. He said My Hero, Windbreaker, Kaiju number 8. We just threw that out. And Demon Slayer is back out again too. So, yeah. Trinell is saying his condolences. Thank you, Triple M, as well. Yeah, appreciate it. Y'all know Ipsters. He's the one Vito had to be like, I just realized your picture was a cat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dang.
He was like, I was looking at your picture forever trying to figure out what it is, and only realized
No,
that it
what's
was.
crazy is that goes for a lot of people's like pictures of stuff. But yeah, that the last last conversation that I had with Ipsters, it was, yo, I realized that was a cat right there.
Damn.
I didn't know what that was at first. I was like, why is that an anime? Is that a? I ain't
Yeah,
seen that one.
yeah. See, Trinell said, I can't say I'm watching anime, but I'm watching Shogun. I have to start. I think I don't want to start all over on Shogun because I think I'm only on the third episode, so it's really not that bad. But I've been watching it in so many sections, like it's I've yet to watch an episode like fully all the way through. And I think that's probably the problem. Cause like, I'm a horror for samurai stuff. So it's like really hard to like watch it period because I've always been watching them in sections. So I'm gonna have to definitely start doing that. What's up, RJ? Appreciate you coming through. She said One Piece and me has been drama. I've managed to see most now. I just need to see the most recent arcs, and I'm not even going to bother with the movies. I've heard like watching some of the movies or whatever will definitely cut off some of that time, but not too much. But Vito, what you been watching lately?
No, what I've been playing. So I've been playing Zelda today. I started Zelda back up. Um,
Facts.
that was pretty cool. I actually finished up. What is that one mission where you get dragged to the depths, and you got to find like the pieces of that like mech that you jump on the back of.
Oh yeah. See, I haven't. I know what you're talking about because I think I've started it, and they're like, "Hey, you got to get these pieces," but they're like way over in like different
Yeah.
places, and you got to drop them down. Yeah.
Yeah, I finally got the pieces together, so now I'm almost. Well, matter of fact, you know what? I'm at the boss battle, in that.
Okay.
So, uh, I had already got hit, and you know how you get hit in the depths, like
Mm-hmm.
your bars get cracked. So
Yeah.
I'm like like three hearts.
Oh dang!
Like
You
starting
didn't
off
like, got
with.
knocked all the way
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
Dang.
oh boy.
So, I was trying to find like one of those things, those light post places to heal up real quick, but that's too far away. So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I know
go
how that
back out
goes.
the place because it took me a minute to get up there because I was fighting all these. Yeah, so
Yeah, I know how that goes. You be looking at you use the little lens thing to zoom in with your little binoculars and stuff.
yeah,
You be like,
yeah.
dang, where? And it be all black. You do this, like, man,
Yeah,
where's the
yeah.
light? Oh, there it
You
is.
see it, you see it like way off in the.
Yeah.
like nah.
You be hoping that it's closer than what it is. And you
Yeah.
like hit the little stamp thing, and it be like ding. And you look down at the map, and it's like
Yeah, yep.
you like nah, I ain't gonna make that.
Yep. So yeah, no, I'm right there. I only still got like two of the what's those little things that follow you around? What's the sages?
Oh yeah.
I still only got two sages, so that's how much I'm stretching this out. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun to stretch it out, man. Like I know people are beating it like a while ago, but
Mm-hmm.
it just every time you jump back in,
It's something else you find.
yeah, it still feels fresh. Like,
Right.
and it's still to the point where it's like overwhelmingly fresh. That's why you put it down in the first place. You like, there's a lot going on here. I'm gonna play this a little bit later.
Yeah, my ADD, I'm starting to get anxiety. I don't know what's over there. I don't know what's over there. And it makes me
That's
do that in
perfect.
real life. So now I'm like, oh, what's that over there? Oh no, I can't go over there.
Jeez.
But I'm playing what's it? Senua Hellblade 2.
Oh,
Is that how you say her
Senwa.
name?
Senwa.
Senwa, whatever
Yeah.
her name is. The crazy lady, the one that talks to herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm playing that a little bit. I just started that because I downloaded it a while back, but just didn't kick it up when it launched or whatever. So messing around with that. There was one other. Oh, Starfield. I was messing around with Starfield again. So
The
just trying
update
to
is
go-
holding you down, huh?
yeah, just trying to hit some of my backlogs, or just get back into the swing of certain games I left, back for a little bit.
I feel that. Um, so let's see. Triple M said I should go back on My Hero. I stopped at the end of 3. Yo, what's the latest? The latest season is 5, right?
7.
7.
Yeah, they up at 7.
Yo, Triple M,
You got a
Yeah,
lot.
you doing yourself a disservice not to watch because it gets real last season. It got super real last season, and I would even say the season before that was pretty dope. So yeah, you need to get back in, man. There's some serious stuff going on, especially in season 6. Definitely check it out. I finally watched and I finally saw Stars and what is it?
Oh,
Stars and Stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But yeah, it's been dope.
I'm
It's
just
been
finishing
dope.
season 4.
It's been dope.
That's where I'm at. Oh crap.
Oh, you're on season 4?
Yeah, I'm at the end
Oh,
of season 4.
but you
I'm at
know
the
a
end-
lot that
Yeah, I
goes
know a
on in
lot
that
more.
show. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm at the end of season 4 with the whole festival and everything, or the school festival. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like taking my time with it because I literally caught up with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was getting ready to next season started. I was getting ready to start watching, finish it, and then I got sidetracked with something, and then it just let it build up. I was like, I'm just gonna let this build up real quick so I can just go right in all the way through.
Yeah, I think season 6 actually has the most episodes in it because of how much they had to move. Now that I think about it, it's either season 6 or season 5 that had the most episodes in it because they really had to start pushing forward. B said, "Now you gotta take your time and watch it." Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I think during this next like anime drop off, like I should have did it this last little drop off, but this next anime drop off, I'll probably jump into it.
Yeah, because the season for up to the summer is not as much than what it is today.
Yeah.
Season. It's
Yeah.
super heavy, super heavy.
Yeah, because it's not going to happen this season or the summertime. Probably closer because I don't think there was that much when we come back from summer, right? Like when school starts back up, it's not really that much.
I
Besides
think,
like Bleach, maybe.
yeah, Bleach should be coming somewhere around there. Don't know the actual date on that.
And I
But
think
I
the
know-
next Demon Slayer, maybe.
Maybe. I haven't seen, but I know Slime is already going to go to the halfway point because they're going to do the still 24 episodes, but they're going to break it into halfways. So I'm okay with it with the situation because we're still getting what we're getting if you read the manga, which I know has happened. So it's great. I'm excited for it. I really am because someone or someones are coming back. We get to know more information with them. So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that.
Let's see. J Big said Tears of the Kingdom and GTA 3. Okay.
Nice.
He said 220 hours and he's got the bird stage. I don't think I'm near.
That's the only one he got.
I don't think I'm near 200, but I think I'm positive I'm plus 150 and I only have Saiyan, the water sage. So
Okay, yeah.
like every time I go to because the next one I'm going to is the bird one.
You know what's crazy? I went to the water one first. The what's his name?
The Saigon and
yeah.
or
Hey,
Sidon.
remember-
No, Sidon, not Saigon. Sidon.
All right. Yeah.
The Zoras.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So like, you remember how I told you I got there, right?
Mhm.
I followed. Well, I went back up on a like a rock, and I was like, "Oh snap! What's that over there?" And
Yeah.
I just flew over there and stuff. I glided over there or whatever. I didn't complete, like, I started getting into the missions and stuff, but then like in the middle of that, for some reason I was like, dang, I feel like I'm missing something over that way. Because I saw I don't know
And he
what
never came back.
Yep, I know where this is going.
it's like something's in the air over there, and I'm missing something over that way. Let me go see what that was. And for some reason, the bird one, it caught my attention so much, I stayed right there, and that's the first one I got. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm kind of like, in a sense, like, I think we all kind of get that bird one first. Well, not you, of course, but a lot of us get the bird one first. But then I went back and got the water one, along with the armor too, because I had to get that armor. I was like,
Oh yeah. You're gonna get the armor. Yeah.
So
So you
It's
haven't
crazy,
been in
though.
the desert like that, have you?
I have, and I left it because I was getting towed up. So I was in the middle of that fight, and I was trying to, what I'm saying, I didn't have enough bows, and I broke off all my bows, and all my arrows was getting
hmm
got.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, bro, I gotta stock up. Let me go stock up and come back.
And you never came
And so now I'm at depths.
Yup.
So that's how that happened.
Yeah, that's how it always happens. You like, man, I'm gonna get my. You know what? I know exactly where I need to go to grab a couple bows that I left in these other areas. And matter of fact, I did leave that spear over there too. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick, and I'll be right back. You never came back.
The fun thing with the depths though, I'm running into all these like weapons and stuff, and I'm like, this is great. I don't have to go back. I get to have my plus. You know what I'm saying? Like my super weapons or whatever like that down here because these people didn't die down here or whatever. So I'm like, they don't need it. So whatever I can carry, I'm just, I'm all like, yeah, let me get that, let me pow, pow. Oh, that broke. Let me go get this real quick. Let me beat up on him. Get that up, that. So like the depths is like, it's really great as far as if you're trying to get some like training in with your weapons and like your
Yeah.
skill because as soon as you get hit, you gotta learn how to dodge, you gotta learn how to move around with that. And use your little like you got to learn the skills of Link at that point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah. You just can't be down there for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Juice, you so funny, man. He said, "I'm not
Exactly.
playing the next game unless Link is black and gay."
I was like, oh my god.
what in the world?
He knows where we get. He knows where this is going. He already knows where this is going. That's why it's funny.
What
Good
in
It's
the
lord.
funny.
world?
Janelle said, "Oh, what up, Vicky? Everybody say hi to Vicky. What's up,
What up,
Vicky?
Vic? What's up, Vicky?
Um,
Oh yeah, what's
currently,
up, Vicky? She
currently
back from
we are
vacation,
on our icebreaker. Oh, is that why? Oh,
or she on vacation?
Oh
you
wow.
back from vacation,
Is she
huh?
back or she on? Still
Is
on
this your
vacation?
birthday vacation? Is
Yeah,
this
that's her
birthday?
birthday one. She supposed to be in Vegas or something.
Vegas, right? Because she
Yeah.
asked me to go last year.
Uh,
No, I don't trust that.
uh,
Where was my invite? I can invite you right now, Vicky, if you want to jump in. Actually, you would be integral to this conversation that we're gonna have in a little bit.
Yes. We need a female's perspective on this.
Yeah, because I don't want it's all us fellas in here. Vicky, I'll send you an invite via
Oh,
Twitter.
she's wait.
She said no, didn't she?
Nah, I'm on the couch.
I ain't moving.
Of course. That's okay. That's okay. I'll throw up all your points just like this so that we can actually see them. Um, where was I at? Oh, Trinell said, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Pillars of Eternity since I forgot. I got the full version. That's what's up. That's what's up. Started the Water Temple, but left Sidon hanging out the entrance for about 4 weeks. Yeah, he never came back.
That's usually the case. That's usually the
um,
case.
Hey,
so
question, real quick before we get into
what's
that.
up?
The pillar that I'm at, or the place that I'm at right now, that's one of my sages too, right?
Where you
Like
at?
when you make the little mech and stuff. For some reason, I feel like that's one of the sages because there's a tier you have to get.
I don't know because there's only 4 sages.
Okay, so no, it's not maybe a sage, but it has something to do with the.
Because you'll
It
get a
got something.
mountain. It's the Death Mountain, Gerudo Valley.
Right.
I forgot what they call them. The birds.
He's definitely one of the tiers, though. I mean, you got a tier. You got to
Okay.
get. So
Okay.
it's something. Is that? But it's not. It's like you said. It's probably not one of the sages.
We are.
Oh.
It's part of the icebreaker. Um. Oh, Jay said Vito that is a sage.
Okay. All right. So I
Oh,
guess I'm
she's a
working on
Zonai. Okay. The bird of Rito. Thank you. The Rito.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
So what have I been playing lately? I touched on some Zelda, but I did some like really mundane stuff. I don't even remember what I was doing at the time. I moved from one. Oh, you know what I did? I was moving from one area to another, and then I realized that the white horse that we got in Breath of the Wild died at towards the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom when I was playing it. I think one of the Gleeok showed up and just like burned her to death. And so I was like, you know what? It's about time that I bring her back because I was my best horse next to the golden horse. So I brought her
I'm
back.
scared to drive. I'm scared to ride. I said drive. Ride my golden
Drive.
horse. I'm like, I take her out for a couple little.
Yeah, I
Then I'm
be
like,
getting,
yeah, you gotta go back to a stable.
yeah, I be
Yeah,
feeling that way too.
You know you're gonna say drive.
Yeah, it's funny because somebody at my job I could overhear them in the locker room and they was talking about Zelda. And I was like, yeah, that's what's up. We got some nerds in here too. And he was like, I drove my horse all over in Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, drive? Driving a horse?
Told you.
Vicky says she never used the horses.
Never use the horses. That's I especially never use them in Tears of the Kingdom. Like flying and riding your own vehicles is just so much
I
easier.
fly more than I use the horses, but when I do use the horses, or I do the fast travel, isn't there a traffic?
Yeah, that's fast travel.
So like the horses, I just collect them. I don't know why
Yeah.
I have so many
I
horses.
mean that's
Yeah.
I mean that's the best way to go about it. Seriously, I'm not gonna lie.
Name
That's
them
the
and
best way to go about it.
everything.
J-Big said he uses Ganon's horse and the big white horse. That's funny because you only get Ganon's horse in Breath of the Wild, if I'm mistaken. But if you gotten the big white horse, it's just a reskin of Ganon's horse.
Pretty much.
Wild, I would climb everywhere. Okay, yeah, I use the vehicles for everything. So then that pushed me kind of to have you seen the Vito? Have you seen what is he called? He's not called the King of the Mountain. He is called the Lord of the Mountain. Have you ever seen the Lord of the Mountain?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm not gonna ruin it for you, though it's not like super
I'm still
huge.
trying to find the horse guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's a myth to me. I don't know where he's at.
I told you where he's at. He's like
he,
in the top,
he wasn't there. And
he
then
in
I'm
the
trying
top
to,
right corner.
and then the fairies, like those big old giant fairies, they ain't helping. Like when
I
I do his
can't.
stuff.
I
so
have
then
not unlocked a single fairy. I have not
Me
unlocked
either.
it
Me-
because
oh,
they
wow.
ask it too much.
Yeah, they do. They ask way too much and they kind of creepy.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
He's over there.
Yeah, yeah, he is creepy.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's so in Breath of the Wild, you could when you found the Lord of the Mountain, you could ride the Lord of the Mountain. So I'm like, cool. Let me see if I can just get. I don't know if it's a him or a her. They don't really specify. And see if I could take it back to the stables and just like man, not listen to what women need. Whatever.
wow.
Listen, if she would show me what she looked like first, I ain't getting catfished. If you just show
You know
me
what?
what you look like.
Oh,
I did one of them. I did complete one of them. Yeah, I did. But it was such a long, like while back. Like
The one that the only one that I've really seen that I even thought about starting was the one who asked me to bring the musical band or something like that back in the north.
I think that's what I did. I think.
Okay. Yeah. But all the other ones they asking way too much. Nah, you better get them fairies what they want. Nah. I've also heard that the more fairies that you get, the higher the requirement is for like upgrades and stuff like that. So when you get all of them, it actually costs the most to get the upgrades. Oh, all of them ask for the band. Okay. So they just want me to be the publicist. They ask for different.
The
Oh,
manager.
okay. Okay. Right. Okay. It's but I got all my ladies that keep me happy. Okay. See, that's exactly what I mean. Like I only listen. I'm good with only one. Like I don't need them all.
Yeah, I'm trying to go save. I'm trying to save one. I don't.
Right.
Jeez.
I don't
So
need-
anyway, so that's what I've been doing for Zelda.
Trying to go get the master sword. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull it out of sword. Pause.
Right. I've kind of slowed down on 100 Heroes, Eiyuden Chronicles. I'll probably get back into that sometime next week. Same with Starfield. I kind of stopped on Starfield, but the reason why is because Diablo 4 has been taking up my time again. Um, and have my probably like my package. Get your game on.
Yep.
But is Diablo 4 has been really good. The huge revamp that they made to the whole system overall has been a lot of fun. Playing as a barbarian, and that guy tanks. He knocks everything down. It's actually it seems like it's a little bit too easy playing as a barbarian. Let's see. Vicky said I've stopped a lot of my story games. I need to get back into Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, I've slowed down on my story games too. And I need to start getting back into them. The other game that I played and finally finished. Shout outs to Trinell because I'm pretty sure it was what we were playing was River City Girls 2. I was at the final boss and I had the Baby Sandstorm and Sandbox. I survived as a barbarian. Yeah, funny. I had them play with me for the final boss. To beat the game. That game is amazing. It's absolutely wonderful, and the soundtrack is goated. Like it's such a funny and fun soundtrack to hear a person sing. Just like it's like I think like the song at the end or whatever. She's like, thank you, great job for playing. You can put down the controller now. Watch the credits, and. You're our all-star player, couch potato. Like, yeah, the soundtrack is pretty hilarious. I like it. It is very fourth wallish. So, actually, they break the fourth wall in that game a lot. Let's see. She said these indie horror games got me in a chokehold. It ain't even Halloween yet.
It was crazy. I be watching her play it sometimes when she's on on her little live and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she's playing it because she screams way before something even happened.
That's why
I'm like, what just happened?
That's why, I can't do it with Vicky because, it causes me anxiety. Like, I already got it in my head, like something's about to happen, and then she's screaming at the top of her lungs, and I'm like,
I'm like, dang, did I just miss something?
And it's so different from it's crazy though. You put on the headphones. Yeah, okay. See, this is the thing though. This is my realization, and you helped me realize this. It's one thing to play like a scary game because you can have the controller and then you have to amp yourself up to go through a door or deal with all the extra stuff. There's another thing to watch a person play and you I don't want to go in there. And they're like, okay, we about to go in there. You're like, no, I don't want to go in. And then you scream and you're like, okay, I'm done. You ain't even allow me to prepare myself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play some indie horror games on the channel, so we gonna see. Cause I got these 3D headphones. We gonna see how that turns out.
I'm trying to say River City Girls for Life.
I should try out these new Sony headphones I got.
Oh yeah. Megan Duffy. Yeah. Mick Duffy. Yeah.
Yes. Jumping. I laugh in the face of danger.
Yeah. So that's our icebreaker. I already said that. Did I say the animes? Demon Slayer, Kaiju number 8. Yep. Whatever is out now, My Hero. I'm sure there's probably another one in there. So getting into our main topics, we'll start off with the Assassin's Creed one because I'm sure that Juice is somewhere in here, probably still throwing out some funnies. So how do I want to attack this? Actually, let me say this first. I want to say this first as a disclaimer because I'll probably have to break this up and I'll end up putting it on on Twitter. But this was a conversation that was like a back and forth conversation between me and maybe a few other people thrown on Twitter. And then we had this conversation on the Jill podcast last week. Not this particular one, but one along the lines. Um, Amanda the Adventurer is on the horizon. Got to support Black female leads. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Assassin's Creed Shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
The trailer and everything, and Vito and I checked it out, and we kind of had some overall positives about it. Doing what we usually do, and comparisons, and we compared it with Ghost of Tsushima, and so if you haven't seen on Twitter, a lot of people have been talking about the pandering to black people because it's a black male lead character in Japan. And so our thoughts were that this is historically accurate. So so there's not really much problems with it. Now this is my disclaimer part. Anything and everything that's said beyond this point, especially my views or how I'm gonna attack this, is like my personal views on it. So they're not representative of Vito's views. They're not representative of Noto's views. And so if you don't feel the same way that we do, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to place any judgment on anybody else. As a matter of fact, I live by the no judgment rule. Like, that's not my place in life. I don't judge other people by what they do, how they feel, or how they act, or how they condone themselves. That we all live our own personal lives, and how we get to our ultimate glory is our own path. We all take our own path to end up getting to the ultimate glory. So that's what I have to say about that. Jay said they could pander all the way they want. He said, I don't play Assassin's Creed. Nope, it's all y'all views. I'm judging, clipping, and sharing it on Twitter. You so silly.
Dang.
Yeah, only Vicky, yo. Only Vicky.
Oh man.
So I kind of defended the whole Ubisoft and having Yasuke as the main character and being Black Samurai. Like I said, it was all historically accurate. And a lot of people are mad because they feel like it's pandering, like they're checking off a list. Now, the moment that all changed,
he's a real character.
He is a rare character.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment all that changed for me is that we got an article, and now a lot of people thought that I just saw the title of the article, and that's what made me change my views, and it's not. And I will explain it. I will explain where this change actually came from.
She's on Twitch, J Biggs.
Yeah, she's on Twitch. We can see her. I'm sorry. Let me throw it up there. Yeah. I'm sorry. But the change actually came from the move itself, not the move that they made, if that makes sense. So they were doing an interview and all this other stuff, and they were talking about, it got to the point where they were talking about sexuality. And so they said that Yasuke and Noe, I think her name is, telling people where I'm at. I'm hiding. No, you're not hiding. Exposed.
If you gonna clip us up,
right?
Tell everybody where you at.
Right.
Yup.
So they were saying that Yasuke and Noe will have the opportunity to have relationships with many different kinds of people, and so whoever ran with that basically said, that they will be LGBTQ plus. So you have like the open option, blah 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 blah. So in my view, and Triple M said this is not the first time you asking themselves on the microphone. I'm shocked they haven't learned last time. So this is okay. So hear me out. So in my view, at that point, I was just like, you know what, not gonna buy the game. And it's not because of the LGBTQ thing. Just got to check all the woke boxes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like at that point, now you're kind of checking boxes with me, and it's not the fact that it's the LGBTQ thing. Because I have no problem with that. Like I have a stepson who's gay, so like that is not. It's not the fact that it's that situation. What's different, and then somebody argued with me like, oh, but all the other Assassin's Creed games had it, and like if you played Valhalla, like it had it too. So like obviously you're just doing fake outcries. No, and the biggest reason why is if you look back at all those other games, Mirage, Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins, who all have them. Did you ever hear once Ubisoft say we're going to make them LGBTQ plus? Like it was never mentioned. Like they've never said it a single time. And that's not to say, and that's my problem. Like you can say, oh well, this person, this interviewer was the one who interviewed them the question, so it shouldn't really be the problem of Ubisoft. But usually before interviews, Ubisoft will tell you what you can and can't ask them in that department. And even if it was along those lines, you can say we're just not willing to discuss that right now. Or just similar as our other games, you'll have many opportunities like that. And then somebody even argued me like, well, they said many different kind of people, so they meant different personalities. And I'm like, if they said different personalities, they would have said different personalities.
Exactly.
Like many different kinds of people insinuates that it's all inclusive. So that, and going out of your way to say that so you can get that extra check, that's actually the problem that I have with it. So it's kind of I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts. Exodia said, is that even true? Did Ubisoft confirm it? So the confirmation of the LGBTQ thing, no, not necessarily. They just said different kinds of, you can have relationships with different kinds of people. And I think the journalists or whatever, like I said, it's in Valhalla and it's in Mirage and it's in Odyssey and Origins. So you would assume that it's probably going to be in Shadow too. But once again, those questions were never asked. Though they just happen. I would even argue even in Harry Potter, like they never went out of their way to be like, there's going to be transgenders in here, or there's going to be I think the most that they said was that as a character you can have, what did they say? You know what I'm getting at, Vito? Like as a male character, you will be able to use like the witch's side, as your identification, but they never were like really expounded on that be outside of the character creation mode for that.
Yeah, let's see where you go with this.
Yeah. So and I think that's also different too, is that with the character creation, that's literally you, right?
Yeah.
But as a character who's already
in the game,
yeah, like how do you change up, because it's not you? Like you could be some fat non-black person You know, sitting like, how do you identify at that point? Like, I gotta make him. Yeah, that's not you though. So, um, Triple M said this historian that Ubisoft has also went as far as an expert in PF amongst the a lot of yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would even say this too. They and I made this as a joke, but I'm serious though. They even had the Asian woman in there. They were saying that his name was Yasuke. Yasuke? Yasuke. But every person, every Japanese person that I've seen put their thoughts on there call him Yasuke. And they were even having the Japanese woman in the Ubisoft thing call him Yasuke. So,
Which is
but anyway, what are your how do you feel about it? What are your thoughts? Once again, I'm not knocking anybody. If you still don't buy the game, hey, buy the game and have a lot of fun with that. I hope that it's still an amazing game. My problem is not with the game, it's more so with the company and checking off boxes, because if they do it and they start getting away with it, everybody's going to do it.
Oh, brother. Good lord. Dear Lord Almighty. I guess I'll go start off first with this. Again, I'm not. How do I even go about this mess? This is one way or another. Pretty much my like, and I'm with Vicky on this one. It's more, and same thing with Sandstorm. It's like it's a checkbox. It's like now we're getting now they're to the point, and it's weird when it comes to Ubisoft. It's like there are certain things that they're good with, and there's certain things that they're not good with. But it's like and it's like I said, Assassin's Creed. They had this in the bag. They always been doing things right with it. But to now show, and like I said, I don't know if it's true or not. It's just the fact of like if you're now getting to the point where you're trying to do a checkbox list of the situation, then it's like, what is the point of this game in the first place? I said this before, as many times I've seen, and I when doing the Vitoverse and everything else when we did trailers for like any of the new Assassin's Creed, which I haven't seen the new one. I think I saw clips of the newest one, but the other stuff, I always have said this from the start, and always will say the same thing. I am still used to the original 3 with Desmond in the picture. I will always stick to it because of the fact of the story to that was more resonant with me because I want to know more about this. I want to know about the origins, the stories behind it, and everything else. Now we deviate to Desmond's whole story, which we understand what happens. But it's like, come on now. Now we're getting going different places. Now we're on the ship. Now we're doing the American. Now we're doing this. Now we're doing that. We're doing all these different things. It's like this is now like if you have not noticed it from starting from the third one with the Native American to the pirates to the syndicate and everything else, you not noticed that this has been a checkbox from start ever since Desmond's gone. It's always been the situation. So again, the only one I tried Black Flag, which was okay, but I just didn't care for the whole on the water situation. I want to try Syndicate. Yeah, I think it's Syndicate because I wanted to know about Jack the Ripper. That was the only thing that caught my attention was because I wanted to know about Jack the Ripper and different things like that in London. That was the only thing. But have I played it? No. Do I got it for free? Yes, I do because of PlayStation Plus. But I can play all the Assassin's Creed anytime I want, so that's not even a problem. But I do agree, even though I don't know the rumors true or not, but I do feel like from looking at it from that situation, from the starting of leaving Desmond to up to this point, it's like it's starting to be a checkbox of like everything else. So now again, the LTBQ situation, like I said, I have nothing against it whatsoever. I don't, like I said, because I have a bunch of friends, families, different things like that. Like I have cousins that are gay. I have best friends that are like gay or lesbians, everything else. I am okay with it. I have nothing against it whatsoever. So if they put it in there, that's fine. That's it's just that if you're going to now announce it into this game, why didn't you just announce it when you start doing the Black Flag or something when you first start doing the checkbox situation?
When you started doing it,
when you first start doing it, then you should just automatically just set it from the start, and then we would have known already from the Native American situation all the way up to this point that you're gonna do this.
Mhm.
Simple as that. That's all we ask. It's like we ask for just let us know, not just try to hide the situation. And now you just all of a sudden saying, "Oh, we're gonna have you date other different different people." Okay, but
Right.
why are you telling us now when you could have done that from way back when, like what 90, like almost like 2000, early 2000s or something like that?
Yeah.
So
And I would even say too, because um, well, like two parts. So
yeah,
one, I would say that overall, the game is called Assassin's Creed. So where was the part where you needed to have a relationship like that? Like
that is true.
that now if it was like a mission or something like that where you have to coerce, enemy of some kind or something like that. Oh, I feel like that's probably why they didn't do that, because then they were like, oh, they're just trying to kill, all of us, the LGBT, we got to be the enemy, so that woke stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like at the same time, why? And I've said this about more than just this game. I've said it about what's the Harry Potter series? Fantastic Beasts.
Oh yeah.
Why do we care about somebody's sexual preferences when that has nothing to do with the plot of a story? And even looking into, and this is an example, looking at uh Fantastic Beasts, the situation with Dumbledore and Grindelwald is that they were supposed to be lovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way that they had them portrayed in that movie, you could easily swap out being lovers to brothers to best friends, and it wouldn't have looked any different. Like you would have been like, okay, that's believable. Like I could see them being best friends, or them being like, or like cutting themselves being like blood brothers. Like I can easily see them being blood brothers. Like their relationship to each other in that kind of way really didn't have any. And I will even say this to the woke to the woke in comparison. To me, this is like if we had Star Wars, right? If we had Star Wars episode 1 through 6, and there was no Samuel L. Jackson, there was no Billy D. Williams, like Lando and Mace did not exist 1 through 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in 7, we got our first black character, but then at that point it was Disney, right? It was Disney owning LucasArts, right? So in 7, Disney's like, we're pleased to announce a brand new, fresh character that everybody can relate to, and it's a black guy. No, I don't know. I don't. I couldn't at that point. Like, is for one, announcing stuff about stuff for inclusion. That's the check mark. That's the checkbox for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's to me. To me, if you're gonna include something or if you're gonna add it, you don't have to hype it. You don't have to go out of your way to be like, hey, look at this. We did something for you guys out of the bottom of our hearts. Nah, you just did that for a little bit bigger of a yacht because you know that community, vibe too.
Yep.
Vito, what's your thoughts on it? Oh, he said he's gonna stay mum on it.
I do got to correct this, and Jay Biggs, please be with me on this because you're in New York, and this is where a lot of this community started. The woke community and the word woke, please stop putting that in the gay stuff. Like, that's really irritating. Like, that's not woke. So, this whole woke narrative of people putting the gay community inside of the woke community is
Mm-hmm.
totally like unacceptable. It's not the same thing. The woke community means knowledge. There's been lies and things told for generations upon generations, but you know the truth. You know the government is this, that, and the third. You
Right.
know what's being said, like to us in schools is just propaganda to keep us brainwashed. Woke is not the gay community. All right, so I just want to actually just put that in there because the gay community is its own thing, its own struggle. I support them 100%. That's why I'm not saying anything on this. It doesn't matter to me any way, but just to clear up that woke thing because I'm not just stabbing at y'all. It's just something that's been a thing that's been talked about Disney pushing the woke agenda, and I'm like, what woke agenda? Like, there's no woke agenda, but knowing the lies of the government, the lies of history, and you know what I'm saying, it being covered up or it's being manipulated and stuff like that. That's what the woke community is. Knowing your knowledge. You got your 5%ers. J Biggs, please be with me on this. You got your 5%ers. You got your Hebrew Israelites. You have the Nation of Islam. You have all these groups and factions in New York that almost started this woke community. They call it the woke community. And that's what woke is. Now, I don't know where woke got put onto the gay community. I think what happened was during 2020 when we were having the Black Lives Matter movement happen with George Floyd thing and all this other stuff, we started grouping in our gay brothers and sisters in this whole march because they're black and they're Asian, they're Hispanics, they're people of color. They get discriminated as well. On top of that, they have their own little, situation about them being gay. So I think they got put into that protest, but they are not like some of them are woke. I mean, they are woke, but that's not the definition, or that's not the
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I
That's
think
two different communities and two different things. So like when people do that, I'm like, because I consider myself as being woke. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm just kind of like, that really kind of irritates me. You know what I'm saying? That the sexual preference is being put into knowledge of life.
So I think it is that so J Big said if you listen, it's black women and gays. I think on the very surface, I think you're right on that, but I think it's bigger than that. So when I'm talking about woke in this situation, it is the conversation of an ulterior motive for a company, but they use it to shield themselves behind the gay community. So it's not the gay community necessarily that's the woke piece. The woke piece is that they want to be like, hey, we're inclusive, we're including you guys because we care about you. Nah, you're actually just using it so you can get that little bit of extra money off the top because one, this community is going to go hard for anything and everything. The LGBTQ plus community is they.
Why you gotta pause that, bro?
Yeah.
Actually, I meant to pause before then because I said they go hard for anything. So that's the pause. But they are real strong about how they feel, especially if it involves anything LGBTQ. And you cannot argue, you for the most part can't really argue them on anything. And to hide behind that and being like, hey, we're gonna get some money off the top of this because we know that group will support us, that's the woke piece. Like that's the checkbox I don't like. Like, and that's why I was making comparison to Star Wars. I wouldn't support that if they did that with black people for Star Wars. Like,
so
we always
would you say it'll be more like cultural appropriation type of box or something like that, or popular, like the popular thing or the fad or the trend, because black people in all these other nations are trending like a mug. Like we're trending like a mug. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being gay, that's trending. as well. Like people are open to who they are. So
I don't know if it's
could we
necessarily
change it? Could we do you think there's another word for it? Should I say? You know what I'm saying? Because
in
woke
particular,
is a shield.
in
You
particular
know what I
at this
mean?
time. I don't know about that. My problem is not with the popularity or the trends and stuff like that. It's how the companies use those trends to make money off of those situations.
Well, also too, they know
Um,
they're gonna get protested. Like
Yeah.
as soon as
Seriously.
soon as they don't do this and do that, there's gonna be a somebody from
And so that's
the
so funny.
community.
So I made the perfect example to this, right? So me and Juice were actually talking, and the exact opposite of this happened with Nintendo last year. And that was the whole Bayonetta situation. Never did once Platinum ever tell you that Bayonetta was not gay, like or was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they always assumed and because there was no actual mention of it, the LGBT community grabbed her like they were one of their own, one of her own, their own, yeah, their own. Only to find out that at the end of 3, she kisses Luca. Spoiler alert to a game that's already a year old that y'all should have played. That she kisses Luca, insinuating that she's not gay.
Mm-hmm.
And they were up in arms about it. Like, oh, she represented us, blah, 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 blah. But Platinum never said that.
Exactly.
So
So I guess the biggest thing right now is announcing sexuality
yeah, like
cannot
you,
be in our media in a sense.
yeah,
That
like
should be your
that's
own
just like
private
being,
thing.
yeah, that's just like being like I said with the Star Wars thing, being like, hey, we got a person that's just like everybody else, and it's a black guy. Like, mm, nah,
Hey, real
nah,
talk,
you
it's
missed
like
me with
gay
that.
Superman. Like real talk, there's a gay Superman. You know what I'm saying? Do we need that? No,
No, and it's
we
not
don't.
necessary. It doesn't change who, and I think that's the problem. Like once again, I have no problem with anybody's preferences,
Yep.
but your preferences shouldn't change who you are as a character in your story. You know what
Here's
I'm
the thing:
saying?
if there's a gay character, right? I don't want it to be the actual original character it came out as. I
Right,
would want that character to be its own unique character with its own unique backstory. Something that's
Yep.
kind of fresh, something new that maybe even a gay person could relate to a lot more. That's almost like what's her name, Miss Marvel. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You have Muslim girl. You know what I'm saying, and the issues of being a Muslim in
mm-hmm,
America and things of that nature, and you have a Muslim girl that's writing it. You know what I'm saying? It's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? So, like that aspect when it comes down to bringing a character to Marvel, they didn't make Miss Marvel Captain Marvel, which
Yeah.
I
right,
think eventually they might try to, but they didn't make her Captain Marvel. They made her her own character. So if you're
right,
making a Superman or any other character, make it his own. Now, as far as the video game situation, of course, this is his own. But at
mm-hmm.
the same time, how do we know that Yasuke was gay? Like, we don't know.
We
Like
don't.
if we don't have like so we can speculate. So I mean they have like room to do that type of stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
is it something that's necessary to announce? I think what you're saying is that like we don't need the announcing of that. Let us use our imagination. Like how me
Right,
and you say we play games and stuff. Like we play Zelda, we don't play it the same way. I
right,
Yep.
went about it a whole different way than you do, and my character could be gay. You know what I'm
right,
saying? We don't know.
Exactly.
It ain't
right.
gay. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like that could be the whole little thing. I'm just saving Zelda for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And no, and you're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Like these type of things don't need announcements. You know what I'm saying? Like your character announcing that your character is black. You know what I'm saying? Announcing that your character is tall, short, white, Asian. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of it.
I do find it interesting though. The very first real character we're able to play with happens to be a real like black person, like
Right.
like
Yeah.
straight up black.
Not Egyptian black.
No, not like straight black, like
Jeez.
black as Noto's hat, black as Forrest Whitaker's back of his neck,
Yeah.
black as Whoopi Goldberg's gums,
Like, yo, no,
black as my shirt,
I'm black, yo.
black as the bottom of some Chuck Taylors.
Jeez.
black.
Bleeding
Black like my tires.
Done. I'm done.
Yeah. So So I say all that to say, just enjoy the game. If you're gonna pick it up, enjoy the game.
Mhm.
I'm not going to pick it up. And if I do, I won't pick it up initially. I'll probably buy it used. And I'm gonna
pick it up because it's a black samurai.
I'll pick it up, but not giving Ubisoft money.
Look, I'll pick it up only if it comes free for PlayStation Plus. That's all.
Hey,
I look at it.
there we
That's the way I
go.
look at it right there. As I've been doing with all the Assassin's Creed games. That's my opinion.
Yeah, so that's just how I'm feeling. Like I said, that's not my thoughts and stuff are not indicative of Noto's, and then not indicative of Vito's on how they feel about the situation of the matter. So that was my own personal opinions and everything. So moving forward, so Nintendo buys Shiver Entertainment, and for those of you who do not know, and we will talk about this tomorrow as well too. But for those of you who do not know, Shiver Entertainment is actually the company that ported over. Let me make sure I get them all right because I don't want to sell you short because they did a great. I won't say they did a great job, but they did a job. They ported over Mortal Kombat 1. They ported over Hogwarts Legacy. And I want to say Batman as well. Let me see. Split into 3, restructure. Oh, and they're gonna is undergoing rather that will see split into 3. Oh, okay. So they bought them from Embracer Group, which is very interesting. So Shiver Entertainment did the ports over to the Switch, and at first I'm like, that's kind of a weird move. They must really like what they did, but if I remember correctly, Mortal Kombat 1 when it first came out had like the massive bugs,
Yeah, that's what
and then Hogwarts Legacy fundamentally does not play the same as the other versions of Hogwarts Legacy. As there's a bunch of like, what do they call those? Loading screens. Bunch of loading screens in between. So I was thinking. So their mission and their vision right now is still going to be the same. They're still going to be doing ports and stuff like that for Nintendo. Like as far as that goes for like third parties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, how do y'all feel about Nintendo acquiring a port studio just ahead of Switch 2?
It's a chess move. I mean, we already said that. It's a chess move, not checkers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? It's a. They're not like us.
I'm done.
They not like us.
Hey, if you're doing the setup for success to actually do it, to have it ready for the Switch 2, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna complain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They said, Jay Big said, when people complain about Shiver ports, people ignore that they are porting over PS5 and Xbox Series games and not PS4 or Xbox One, which is way closer to Switch, which is interesting. Triple M said, if third parties don't want to port themselves, Nintendo got to. That is the one that I'm. Yes, that's the highlight right there, and I think that's like Vito said, that's the chess move right there. Like
Yeah.
that's a big move because if you got a new Switch coming out, especially a new Switch coming out, and the biggest thing that people complain about is like third party games not coming to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's now just like thin shiver over there.
Exactly.
Like I like that shiver.
So, hey,
Don't give me that game.
What can they port over? Like what are they? What will be something that they can port over that we would want for the Switch?
Man, that could be. You could say that they could. So they can't get Final Fantasy VII the remake because I think that's exclusive to Sony.
Not quite.
Oh, is it not?
So there's a room. So this is actually something I found out. This is.
Hey,
this
no,
is,
hold on. Before you start that,
Go.
I didn't know you could sing because you just had like a nice little flutter with your little.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I haven't done my change voices in a minute, so yeah. Anyways, no. So this is actually something I had basically in store that I wanted to bring up from the Vito verse that Vito had told me to hold out and do it on here. So this is actually something I want to bring up.
Okay,
So
okay.
this is also a chess. This is also a chess move for just Square Enix in general because apparently for some reason, Square Enix has saw their sales for the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and it was doing okay, but sales are not doing as great as they expected. So what their plan is to now drop the whole exclusive situation to now branch to other companies, which now Xbox and everyone else. Why do you think Kingdom Hearts, all of them, are basically going on Steam now?
I forgot about that. Yeah, I
Yep.
just
So
seen
now
that
that's
too.
why
Yeah.
all the Final Fantasy series are now basically coming for all the systems now. They're basically Square Enix move is now saying, you know what? Since Sony is we're not doing this well in sales. Oh man. But so that's their move they're doing. So that's Square Enix plan because if you realize, with using Final Fantasy 14 as a prime example, because Naoki Yoshida, who also worked on 14, the Final Fantasy 11, and also 16 as well, basically he had always been wanting to get it to go on Xbox, the Xbox Series, basically. So now they finally now got it to run for Xbox Series. They already have it released to play on Xbox, online, and everything else. So it's all good and running. So that's why now their sales, they were like, okay, we're done with doing exclusive for Sony, for PlayStation, whatsoever. We're still going to make them for PlayStation, but we're going to branch to other companies as well. And that's why, like I said, Kingdom Hearts is already on Steam.
Yeah.
Because Kingdom Hearts was never on Steam, and now we're getting that, which means all the other Final Fantasies are coming in, which means we still have the infamous, which I think is still green lighted so far, the remake to Final Fantasy 9. So that's pretty much what we're looking at now.
So are we looking at that coming on Switch? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's a possibility.
J Big said, I just hope they are able to pick up Saber and Panabut. I think Saber got bought. And if I'm not mistaken, Saber got bought by Microsoft actually. Let me make sure though, because I feel like they just got bought. And it wasn't. Yeah, they're owned by not Microsoft, but Embracer Group. But no, you might be right though, because this was actually part of an Embracer Group deal. And it said that they were trying to split off with 3 companies. So that's interesting. If they get Saber on top of that too, it might be a game. That might be a real big game changer. And if they get Panic Button too, because Panic Button did Doom, and Saber did Witcher. I can't remember, but.
Is it Witcher?
Or maybe it was Panic Button that did Witcher and Saber did Warframe.
I feel like,
either way, both of those companies did a phenomenal job when they were doing important and stuff. Yes, please, Noto, if you could help me out.
Yes,
Use
yeah,
your
my brain.
Googles.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. Trust me, I've been doing multiple different things just now.
J Big said the Resident Evil 4 remake. That would be nice.
That'd be nice.
FL21 said, I hope we get full ports of games instead of half and half. Looking at Square Enix and Capcom. Then he said 237 Village and Street Fighter 6. That's one I hope that they do is Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um,
I mean, they shoot. It's not hard to do.
right. RJ said Japanese third parties are going to fully support the successor, and now there's no excuse. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so Pennybuck does Doom Eternal, but actually Doom Apex Legends and Wolfenstein with a couple
Okay.
of stuff. With a couple of stuff, Rocket League and the Star. Well, we're not going to go with that one. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. We're not going to see what's up with Saber. What does Saber have? Saber has Huh. Interesting. A Quiet Place, Jurassic Park Survivor, Space Marine 2. Let's see what else in here. Evil Dead, World War Z, Ghostbusters, Snow Runner. Yeah, pretty much this is the list in there.
Okay. J Biggs also said any future Call of Duty, which is I could kind of see that. Almost kind of say that Microsoft would probably try and send one of their teams to have it done, so they wouldn't have to pay out for Nintendo to do that instead.
Understandable.
He said, my boy Risky seems to ignore Square Enix. I mean, the crisis is real. Now Diablo 4, I could definitely see that. I think by having them come in, you could probably get games like. So I think last week we were talking about Grand Theft Auto. I think that can be on the board now. I think that could Shiver messing with Grand Theft Auto could really be on the board. Like everything that you could really think of that's not really a Switch game at this point, or a developer hasn't really made a game for. Like they could.
Yeah, that's right.
Nintendo. I think it's to the point where Nintendo can be like, hey, what do you feel like you want to work on? Like, what do you feel like you want to port? You know what I'm saying? Or like, ooh, this looks like a big game. We're about to go call such and such and tell them, like, we want this game on our systems. And if they say no, we don't have the manpower, we're like, all right, we're gonna send over Shiver real quick. Go talk to them, boys. It's almost like having your own like Nintendo's like the kingpin pimp, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he's got to send one of his lesser pimps to go collect the hoe, you know? Like, oh, we was gonna send them over, but you know, she just been on this block just making money, and she ain't got enough time to go to another block and make money. And they're like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Shiver, go handle them real quick. I'm like, yeah, boss, I got this one. Don't even worry about it. I think Nintendo will use Shiver to bring Western third-party games to come to Nintendo systems. That makes sense, like Sandstorm was saying. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest one. And yeah, you hit it because I wasn't necessarily alluding to that, but yeah, you definitely hit it. It's the Western parties.
Mm-hmm.
All the Eastern third parties probably will do that stuff themselves, outside of Capcom and Square Enix.
Yeah.
I think Square Enix will probably jump on a little bit heavier to the Switch, too. Especially with how successful the first Switch was. I can't see them messing up that situation 2 times in a row just to hard-headedly stay with Sony. Like,
yep.
That market isn't making you enough. And like Noto said, like you're already starting to move stuff to every possible avenue so you can get as much money as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, I think either they have their own dedicated Switch team, which I think they do.
Because
Um,
they already got well, I think there was a couple of Final Fantasy. I know they got the Kingdom Hearts series already on the Switch, which is
yeah,
in the cloud. I
yeah,
know they got, I think 10 is on there as well. 10, I think also you have 10, and then some of the classics are in there as well,
yeah.
like the older Final Fantasies.
The Dragon Quest games are on there,
Yep.
and not to mention most of the they're like other games that are like really Nintendo-y, like Octopath Traveler
Yep.
or
There you go.
um, um,
I can't think of the other one, but I
what is
list too.
it? Triangle Strategy, like
Okay.
those kind of games, like those really cater. And I feel like I want to say like those teams are a little more sided with focusing on the Nintendo hardware and then expanding out from that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as I said, Square Enix did say they're going to aggressively support Nintendo alongside other platforms at their investors meeting. They have no choice.
You
Yeah,
talking
they
about Square
really.
Enix?
Yeah. Remember how High Voltage Games were so proud to make the conduit on Switch? I think remember Panic Button and Saber had the same energy when it came to Switch ports. That is why I want to see them. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Continue with the new Switch. Yeah, I think with the new on Wii, yeah. I think with the new Switch, I man, I feel like with the new Switch is almost gonna be like how it was when we got the Wii, but like not like the Wii. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like power wise and gimmicks and stuff like that. Like we all fell for the Wii because of the initial like motion controls and the gimmicks surrounding that. And there was just crazy amount of games on that system. Or I would even say like the PlayStation 2. Remember, really kind of slid into having your PlayStation 2. You like, dang, there's these games. I feel like that's gonna be the same situation with the Switch too. And the fact that just being able to take it anywhere you want, but now also having that third party support.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on everything. I don't know about you, Vito, because I know you play um like your FL Club and stuff like that. You play it on your PlayStation, right? Like your sports games and
I
stuff.
rotated. I rotated
Okay.
between PlayStation and Xbox.
So with me, like I always love graphics and everything. I love graphics, but what trumps graphics is the ability to be able to play a game. Period.
Yeah, yeah.
So if FL Club, um, if 2K, if Madden, any of those games come on the Switch, like that's probably where I'm gonna buy them first because that system is coming with me. I can play it as much as I want versus just finding a dedicated time to sit down and just play it. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see.
Oh, your boy's in here now.
Oh, he finally got it. Oh, Risky, yeah, finally came in here. I'm gonna get to you in a second. FL said Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, yep, 2K, Warner Bros, yep, THQ Nordic, Bethesda, yeah. And see, THQ Nordic never made what's the game we like, Vito, or the series, um, with the gods,
You talking about
I
Darksiders?
mean not gods, the angels, yeah, Darksiders. They never
Mm.
made the Darksiders. Oh, no, they did.
No, they made
There's
all of them.
Darksiders 3 on Switch, isn't there?
There's three and four. Four was the Doom,
The one with the revolver, right? My man's revolver.
yeah. It was like the game style was like what's the name?
Oh, top down like
Diablo.
Diablo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, THQ Nordic. Oh, but they also make all the what's the other game you like? Um, that was like San Andreas.
Uh,
Uh,
Man, you gotta think of all these names, man.
I know.
Saints
I'm
Row,
losing
man.
Saints
Saints
Row. Thank
Row.
you. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Saints Row.
Mm-mm.
And Bethesda. I think I almost see Bethesda doing their own work, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely, guaranteed. Uh, Elder Scrolls 6. See, I lost it again. Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be on there as well, just to get that money. Sandstorm, you mean Team Asano? They're the ones responsible for Aqua. Yeah. Them. Yes, them. Risky said, "This is the guy right here, Noto. If you don't know, this is our guy right here. He's a particular one." Will Nintendo Switch 2 be able to repeat Switch success, or will it be a flop like Wii U? No, it'll definitely have the repeated success. Will it sell as much? I don't know. Because 7 years is a long time. But if they ran the same course, and we don't have a Mario Kart 9, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
If they ran the same course and dropped bangers like that, and this was already a system that people wanted, and this is already a system that people wanted that talk about they just want a more powerful version, I can easily see it being a success, like a back-to-back success for them.
Oh yeah.
Many industry analysts and gamers keep saying Nintendo's next consoles. It's not going to flop. I don't know who many is, but it's not going to flop. If I see a Western game being ported to the Switch successor, and it's announced that Shiver Entertainment's working, yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I was originally going to buy Hogwarts Legacy. If you've been here, RJ, you've been here long enough to know because you've been here for a very long time. But me and Vito talked about it, and I think multiple times, right, Vito? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have the PC version, and I'm gonna have the Switch version. And so, like, the Switch version would have been like for the kids to be able to play and all that other stuff. The reason why it changed is because it's like I said, it's fundamentally different. All the loading screens and all that other stuff, it just doesn't play nor feel the same as the PC version. And it didn't have to be like, one for one as the PC version, but like at least like have the same bones. So I didn't buy it, but if Shiver is doing some stuff in the future, especially for the next Switch, or because they just bought them, right? So I don't think they have enough time to be able to do some other ports. But if they do another port or something like that, and they're under the Nintendo Home, and it's a game that I want to play, I'll absolutely buy it. JB said, Risky comes in hot. He doesn't even say what up to anyone. Yeah. He just throws it out there. He just come in. He ain't like, hey guys, how y'all doing? None of that. Won't Nintendo be able to make beautiful modern graphics games like PlayStation? With the next Switch, how about that? With the next Switch? Can I say? I don't know.
Exactly.
When will PlayStation make games centered around gameplay and actual fun mechanics?
That's a good question.
No one can say.
Mm-hmm.
For now, I would say Switch will do at least 50 million. The next Switch, I would say at least 50 million when it hits. Then focus on 100 million. Yeah, I think. What's wild is, I think the Switch 2 will have the opposite stride as the Switch. I think initially, because the Switch sales initially were really fast, but they were like in a constant fast. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a huge shoot up, and then like it just kind of tinkered off. You are out of your mind.
What the heck?
What do you say?
You are out of your mind. 25 million max. You are out of your mind.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know about that.
I love it. I love it. Keep trolling. Keep trolling. I love
it. Right. You are out of your mind, my guy.
I don't know.
Because everybody who owns a Switch, I think they said it's at least at 1.5 or 2 Switches per household, at least. So
I can believe that.
So even if and listen, Vito, you technically speaking, Vito bought a Switch twice, did you not? Or did you wait just to the OLED? Because I feel like you had the OG Switch. And then
I had the OG. Yeah.
See? Case in Case in
mean,
point,
But
like,
I traded
I
the
mean-
OG in for my.
I mean,
Oh,
but technically speaking, that's 2 buys
Right.
for one system.
No, because
mean-
like I had to, I had put some games in there too, so I didn't pay for it. Yeah, you know, catch me on this one.
what the heck? I mean, I'm kind of feeling guilty on that one too, but mine is a little different because I gave my old one to my mother as a Christmas gift. So no, it was like between because birthday and Christmas like were right to each other, so I basically gave it to her. I'm like, here, you got mine. I'll just buy another one. And I ended up getting the
see?
OLED. So
Even I was gonna tell you, I'm the only person I know who hasn't bought a Switch twice, and even that's a lie. Because I got Baby Sandstorm a Switch. She
Yeah.
got a Switch Lite. So it's like, it's gonna happen, and you know down the road they do revisions anyway, so you know at some point you're gonna see a Switch and you'll be like,
Hey, so what I did was I traded in.
one time.
I got my receipt. I traded in my Switch, a couple of Xbox games, and a PlayStation 4 game, and I only paid like $5 for it.
For another Switch.
Yeah, for OLED.
Oh god.
They took that. They said, "That's my
Yeah.
hey," and put it in my pocket right here. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Let me get that right there. Right, but no, back there. The,
Right.
the high shelf, the top.
Right,
the top.
right.
Exactly.
What's that over there? Well, no, move that one out the way. No, move that one out the way.
You ain't
Yeah,
got
that
it in
one.
purple.
That neon green. Like, come on now.
I just said recently some of the higher ups of Sony did say at their business meeting that they are thinking that graphics should stop being the main priority in fun gameplay. And stories should be yeah.
Yep.
I mean that's what it should have been that way a while ago. And that's the problem. Graphics should have never gotten pushed this hard this fast. I honestly don't think that we should be at 4K right now. Not because we aren't capable of doing 4K, but the games that we're playing don't necessarily need that.
Don't necessarily meet don't need the requirements of it.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Yeah. And so now we're at a point where we have like all this graphical prowess, but like we don't have the way to manage all of that and still do the stuff that we used to do back in the 7th generation. You know what I'm saying? Like games were never really that big, and then they became astronomical because of 4K textures and the graphics and all this other stuff, trying to be as close to native as possible. And now we have these uber mega machines that can't even do what the box has been telling you that it can do. It's just it should have. I think we should have sat on at least even 2K, 1440p for a while before moving to 4K. But and now people are like 8K. I was like,
well, y'all freaking mind with this one, please.
yeah, can't even
I
do
was
it.
like, I was like, what happened to 6K? Cause I was like, wait a minute.
I mean,
It's-
like to me personally, it's like I don't want to see like a 2D game in 4K. It makes no complete sense.
And it makes no sense. No.
That would be some hard stuff.
Especially if it's
Pause.
Huh?
especially in pause. Especially in
No, press play on that.
especially in like the retro look, the bit like
Don't
4K is not really needed,
I mean,
But still, it'll still be pretty hard though. Pause.
Let's see. Exodia said is the 0.5 from people who had joint contract. Right. So they bought a whole nother Switch instead of getting the controllers. Keep in mind that Sony has Keep in mind that Sony has broken rule once with the PS4 of having the best graphical output for consoles win a generation. Every single one has won the console not having the best graphics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny too. and this is why I say that. Yeah, the Switch will sell. It doesn't necessarily have to sell better than the original Switch. Um,
Oh, oh,
but I don't think it'll sell as much. But the Switch was a phenomenon. Can you? This is the only console that I remember. Period. Or I won't even say period. Ever since the times where we had like ColecoVision and all that other stuff, this is the first time that a company has been able to legitimately sell you cardboard and make games out of them.
Oh yeah. Where was
Like the last legit time we had that is when we had the old joystick games, and what they would do is take that little film of like goalposts, and it would literally be Pong, but they put the film of the goalposts like over the TV, and now you playing hockey. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like it's this system and doing something magical like that. Like it's I
that
don't
ain't
know.
magical, cuz. That's like that's cereal box stuff. That's Happy Meal stuff, dog. I could have did that with a Happy Meal.
He said fold it right here and right here. There you go. Okay, here it is. Uh-huh. Here it is. Put your Joy-Con in. Okay. And what
No, that was pretty hard though. Like didn't they have the one where you can put the little like you can make the goggles?
Yeah, you
on
can
there?
have the
Yeah.
goggles. They had the one with the goggles. They had the one with
That
the
was
fishing line. You can do the fishing.
Yep.
They had the one with the piano. You could do the piano stuff. I mean,
it kind of okay. I don't know how creative it will make our kids, but it kind of does kind of give them a little insight of what we did back in the
Yeah,
day without
exactly.
the video game.
yeah, it's crazy
Because we
how.
did that all the time without the video game.
Yeah, Risky said anything below 50 million is a flop. I would say that the Switch 2 can even make a healthy 80 million, no problem. I will say that. I will stand by that number. A healthy 80 million. Before Switch, most of Nintendo's consoles was a flop. That's a lie. Um, flop to the market, but if it still makes a profit, the company is still moving forward, and that is true.
Yep.
That's something that
Yep.
people try and gloss over too. Whether it was a commercial flop or not, Nintendo has made profit on all of their systems. That is
Oh, yeah.
why
Yep.
they're currently have 19 billion of spending money in the bank.
Mhm.
Not their company is worth 19 billion. Spending money of 19 billion in the bank. And that's why they're able to buy companies like Shiver. You ever notice too, and this is kind of like a side piece, but have you ever noticed that Nintendo never really just goes out of the way just to buy companies? Like, oh, this company is for sale. Let's go buy them. You know what I'm saying? Like in this situation, Embracer is trying to sell off companies, and they were like, you know what? Yeah, yeah. This is the chess move. Okay, that's cool. The company before that, I want to say, is Next Level. And the reason why Nintendo bought Next Level is because they worked on the Luigi's Mansion games.
Oh,
They
yeah.
proved themselves, and they're like, yeah, we'll go ahead and pick them up. Y'all did a good job. We're gonna pick y'all up. Monolith Soft. They made the Xenoblade games, and like, absolutely, why would we not pick? Absolutely, why would they not pick y'all up? But I say all that to say that like every time Nintendo makes a move to purchase a company, it's because there's proof of purchase. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Microsoft seems to have picked up companies. Well, we still don't know why they're picking up companies, but at least with the Blizzard Activision company, they made profit through them for that. Luckily, and then with Bethesda buying ZeniMax, right? Yeah, buying ZeniMax. They ended up getting Bethesda.
Hmm.
So that was like, and then, and Bethesda already makes money off of like Fallout and your Skyrims and stuff like that. So they're iconic games. And Sony kind of just picked up, who's the company? Bungie? Sony just picked up Bungie because they got the love of their life taken with Activision Blizzard. Like they Call of Duty was like bigger on the Sony console than it was on the Xbox console. And then they're like, hey, we own this. And then Sony was like, well, you know what? You remember when you had that bad girl? That's ours now. Microsoft is like, good luck. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it's interesting. Nintendo doesn't make moves unless they like have proof of purchase of moves.
Yeah.
Triple M said, in other words, the company still exists, therefore still making games. Absolutely. We haven't even mastered 1086 super facts, but now we're at 4K and 8K. Focus on graphics is why industry is crumbling. Absolutely.
That's
And
facts.
and you know what? I'll even say this. A lot of the 1080p games, especially like on the Switch, like if you look at like Smash Bros, like that's a beautiful game for being
Oh yeah.
1080.
Hmm.
That is a beautiful game for being 1080. Zelda is a beautiful game for being, what is it, like 900 or 800p or something like that? Not even in full 1080. And Mario Odyssey looks crazy for being a 1080p game. So, or 720, I think it's 720. Like, so if you can do that much with those games, like, why are we rushing to do so much more when we haven't, like he said, mastered the 1080 era?
Exactly.
Trinell said Nintendo systems that sold well. Get them, Trinell. NES, SNES, Game Boy, Wii, DS, 3DS, Switch. Nintendo systems that didn't sell well, and 64, GameCube, and Game Boy Advance. And what's the other one? The Virtual Boy and Virtual.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that game. System.
NES did not flop. Yeah, that 64 did not flop. We did not. It only sold 32 compared to the original PlayStation. And 32 wasn't as bad because I think the SNES sold 35, something along that line. If you want to call GameCube a flop, okay. And of course, Wii U. Yeah, J Big literally goes back and forth every day with Risky on Twitter. It's like it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's same old, same old.
It's Batman Robin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy. Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna give you more credit, Jay. It's what is it? What is it? Norbert. It's like Norbert and Daggett. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
To my angry Beaver fans out there.
Wow.
Wow. Jay is Norbert, obviously. Also remember the system to purchase ratio is high. Yeah, that's super
He said
fast.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, Chip and Dale.
That
Yeah,
sounds a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Monolith Soft go. Oh, absolutely goaded. Maybe Microsoft needs to purchase Nintendo soon. You agree? Microsoft got laughed out of the office by Nintendo the last time they tried to purchase them. It's
Yep.
not going to happen. And it's especially now not going to happen because Microsoft is an American company and Nintendo is a Japanese company. For Microsoft to own Nintendo would be a complete monopoly. That's not happening, especially for the fact that Nintendo owns the Japanese market right now.
Mhm.
That's definitely not going to happen. No way, no Japanese official is allowing that to happen. It's not going to happen.
Mhm.
Can save Nintendo and help them. If you take the Microsoft piece and the Nintendo piece and you switch them around, you might be right. Help with modern tech and better online. I will say Microsoft has better online. Modern tech. How well are you doing with the modern tech if it's not being used and you're behind everybody? Everybody.
That's a fact.
Because right now Sony is killing. They're not.
Xbox
As,
maybe. Sony,
He said
Nintendo, no way.
Sony's killing.
yeah, he said Sony killing Xbox and Nintendo. They're not.
Oh,
And as a matter of fact, Microsoft don't even get to have a conversation in the matter.
Wait. We got to be
Yeah.
more specific. What is Sony killing them in?
there you go. Yeah, exactly.
What exactly are we comparing this to? You got to come with hardcore facts, because I'm not the fan that
Yeah.
knows all the facts. I need you to explain and elaborate why it's Sony.
He said, "Don't ban me." You know I'm not gonna ban you. I'm just
Man, we
saying.
gonna ban you?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ban you. I have one question. If you pick one system only, which one you're gonna pick? PC, handheld, PlayStation, or Nintendo? If if you're gonna pick only one system, which one are you gonna pick? PC, handhelds, PlayStation, or Nintendo? If you're asking me, if you're asking
That
me,
PlayStation can go to hell. That's all I know.
That's-
PlayStation 1 can go to hell. If we talking about the PCs or Nintendo, I don't know.
to be
They
honest
serve
with you,
different purposes.
I would
Yeah.
say that too. I will also
Same.
say that
But
chances are, go ahead, Noto.
No, I was gonna say well, I'm a PlayStation head, so pretty much I stick to it from start to finish. But I mean, I have played other systems, so
No, he talking about that handheld, right?
No, I think he just
PlayStation
I think he just saying PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Because if he talking about that PlayStation handheld, no, that can go.
Oh yeah. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, the PlayStation handheld. Yeah, I mean there was some good games on there, but I don't think it really was necessary for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like,
If you asking me personally,
okay,
PC, handhelds, PlayStation, Nintendo, I'm picking the Nintendo. But here's the reason why. Vito already knew I was gonna pick Nintendo anyway. But here's the reason why, for real. Nintendo has the best first party out of all of them, hands down. That's not even a question. You can't argue that. Two, most of the games that I like, which are like RPGs or turn-based games and stuff like that, like Nintendo has them. And yeah, whether they run better or not on the PlayStation 5, I can't take that everywhere. Yeah. I can take my Switch wherever I want to and do whatever I want with that. He said, "What do you even talk about the best first party? Don't try me. Don't try me. There is no way in the world that you could tell me that Sony has better first party. Like, not even. If you could give me a Sony game that was better than a Nintendo game, you gonna run out of your Sony games before I run out of my Nintendo games. I best believe. If you say your best game is Ghost of Tsushima, I would be like, oh, okay. Then Tears of the Kingdom. And you like, oh, but wait, we got Spider-Man 1 and 2. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, Breath of the Wild and New Leaf. Hold on.
What?
Man, this guy's going off. I can't.
Wait, what?
PlayStation is market leader. They're not. They are not currently leading the market. Let's see. Gamers worldwide prefer PlayStation.
Where are you getting your news from, both of y'all? Where y'all getting your news from? Where y'all getting these facts from?
What? For
like,
about what?
Who's market leader? Who's really running this race right now? Like, where y'all getting this from?
Who has the most sales?
Like I need as a fan that don't know these things, that don't keep up with it. Let me see what the argument is.
PlayStation 5 sales. PlayStation 5 sells 50 million units. Let's see. Nintendo
feel like the Suns gonna win that one by default.
Right.
And it's funny because like I'm not, and I don't even keep like I'm only, but me personally, it's like I keep up with like games that are coming out and what to be prepared for, with from now all the way till the end of this year. That is literally the first thing in my head. Sale wise and everything else is like okay, it's not even a prop. That's not even what I care about at the moment.
Yeah, that's totally over my head. So that's why I'm like, I need to see where.
I care about what
these
games come
events
out,
are
what
coming
companies, and everything else.
Okay, PlayStation 5 sells 50 million. That's for that.
When was that?
This was December 2023. But we're gonna make a point here.
Okay.
December 2023, right? And then you have Nintendo Switch current sales. 100. This is old. 122 million sales, right? So when did I say that other one was?
50 million.
December 20th, 2023, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
50 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What was this?
This one is where did I go? Oh, there it is. This article was February 7th,
This year?
2023. Last year. Before that article.
So yeah, that again.
It's not nowhere near
Like,
close.
nowhere near.
Nowhere near close.
And
So,
I can take a guess why they only sold 50 million, because one, remember, it was hard to get a PlayStation 5. People were freaking trying to scam people to get a PS5, and then not to mention that when they finally came out, it was just still too expensive at that time. It's like, come on now. Even I didn't even have
Chris
to
could
like.
just be trolling just to
I know.
yeah,
It's
I know. He just told
he's literally just saying stuff like I'm looking at his comments right now. Like somehow he targeted Triple M. It was like you mad Triple M? Why? Like what happened? This sad to see Nintendo's crumbly. And we just I don't know if he's paying attention to what we just looked up, but it didn't look like it was crumbling.
Yeah. Yeah. He said 190 million in 2026 because of GTA.
I don't buy it.
Come,
I
stop.
don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Hey, do you have a time machine? Because I really want one.
Yes,
I
me
really,
too.
I really do.
That's
Like
it.
I'm trying to go to like the year 3030. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if we're here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, see.
So let me know. Just hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you got a time machine. I need to know.
He said that the PS5 will sell 140 million units when GTA 6 comes out. That's what I got. According to this article, at 50 million last year. He said, "Stop, Kobe. You're so funny, man. You're so funny. You're hilarious."
I need a time machine, man. What are we talking about? We just pulled up. What was it? 122
122 versus 50.
versus 50.
From
We
last
talk
year.
about what we talking about practice? Like what
From
are we-
last
what
year.
is that?
Right. Where that Iverson clip at?
Oh my god.
What's his name? Where that T.O. clip at? Where
What's
he
funny
touched
is
down and lay
the
down in
third
the
person. Look, the third party devs hate Nintendo. You might be right, but guess what?
They still got.
They still selling more without
Yo.
them.
Right.
So like,
It don't even matter.
hey,
Exactly.
before you come on the Sandstorm Show or the Winging It podcast, I don't know where you come from. And you know, honestly, personally, like I'm the one that's not big on numbers. You might want to start doing research. Just a bit of advice before you start trolling. Definitely do research. But if you just trolling just to troll, it's funny, it's entertaining. But I'm gonna need your time machine because I need to be in the or not even time machine. Look, what multiverse do you actually live in? Like what universe do you live in?
Right,
'Cause I want to go to that universe to see where you know what I'm saying things are, to see if things are different.
This boy is so silly, man. We're having a great discussion. That's fast. Yeah, we are. It is a great discussion. I'm not gonna hold you up. It is a great discussion. It's just not realistic. Like in the world that we live in today, nah, you're wrong.
Nah,
Um, Sony's Sony sold 20 million units PS5s last year. They predicted 19 million for the current year. Oh, so they're already talking about dropping.
Oh,
Told you.
Sony,
oh, talking about
Sony,
dropping what?
their
It sells.
year over year sales.
And like I said, it has something to do with that Square Enix situation.
Yeah,
That's why.
and I see, and I think we even talked about it. We even talked about it a couple months back when Sony announced that they were entering their latter years for the PS5 already, and it was like, dang, that's kind of crazy because it felt like it just came out. Um, but they're entering their latter years, which means slowing of sales production.
Yeah, no, GTA 6 is too early to actually predict anything.
True.
So yeah, no.
You really
think
don't
GTA
believe
6 will
it will
push their
push.
sales up. Yeah,
I mean, yeah. Will they push PS5 sales? Yes. Will they push PS5 sales as 140 million?
No.
No.
Put it like this: it's not going to catch Nintendo just because of one game.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not.
A game that might not be what they're cracked up to be. Like like they're talking about GTA 6 being some type of hybrid of every single game ever. Like
Right.
it's talking about it's gonna beat out 2K, and it's gonna have like basketball in there where you can play it like 2K. Like what? Like it sounds too good to be true, dog. They putting too much into it.
I'm gonna say this too, Risky, and this is also gonna have a heavy effect on it, and you can see it. You can curl up in the fetal position as much as you want, but this is the truth of the matter. If Shiver Entertainment is able to port whatever they want to the next Switch, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of those titles.
Wait. That sold in a matter of how many years was that out?
Wait,
What?
GTA 5.
GTA 5? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You talking
As
about
long as the
3
Switch has been out,
generations.
yeah, we're talking about 3 generations of it being out. So yeah,
That's
that would
realistic.
be equivalent.
Yeah. You talking
But-
about Minecraft is one of the greatest games ever sold, but you talking about Minecraft as the greatest game ever sold, one of the greatest games ever sold over the 360, PlayStation 3, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, Switch, PS5, and the Xbox Series S, and the PC, and the tablets, and the phones. Like that's the only reason why it sold that much.
And the Game Pass.
Right? Like,
and the game. Yep.
yeah, 10
Yeah.
years.
Cheat code.
Come on, now. Yeah, no, that ain't the same. That ain't the same, bro. That ain't the same. But yeah, no. What I was saying was, if if Shiver gets the ability to port whatever they want, and they port Grand Theft Auto 6, you have to realize that the market isn't always going to sway to one way, and definitely that being the first new Grand Theft Auto game that has finally come to the Switch, and you can play it anywhere and everywhere you go, and it has online tag to it. Nah, I don't see the PlayStation 6 or the PlayStation 5 version selling nearly as much as if Nintendo wasn't there. If it wasn't on the Nintendo system. Because I could easily see people having Switches playing on a train or on a bus or at the airport and being attached to some online and playing online. Like that's easy to me. So you have to split that market. You always have to split that market.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are gonna double dip, but that's a rarity, especially for video games. Video games themselves, not consoles. That's a rarity. So, nah, 140 off of one system, nah. And yeah, I didn't even include Xbox into that. So, yeah, it ain't happening. Jay Big said PS5 has to have at least 100 million produced before they can sell a game with that many numbers of
It's
super facts.
It's beyond facts right there. That's beyond facts.
That's funny. GTA Trilogy ran the worst on Switch. Guess which system it sold the most on? Yeah, that's also super facts too.
Mhm.
But albeit it ran bad on all the systems. But yeah. So, all right, we're coming up on 2 hours. We gonna call it here. I appreciate y'all coming through. Thank you, Jay Biggs. Thank you, Risky, for keeping us laughing towards the end.
Yeah.
Exodia, we really appreciate you. Triple M, thank you for coming through, man. Shout outs once again to Dark Void and his mom. Happy birthday. RJ, appreciate you showing up. Trinell, our other moderator, along with Jay Biggs and Dark Void. Brendan came in here earlier. Thank you. Dark Sunrider, we saw you. Thank you for showing up. I know he said something crazy, but I'm scrolling up. Exodia, I think I said thank you to you. I think that's it.
Vicky.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh my gosh, I would have got killed. Thank you so much, Vicky, for showing us some love.
Yeah, see, you're welcome.
Yeah, I would have got killed right there. So thank you so much. And I believe that's it. Before we get up out of here, Noto, what you got up for us, man?
All right. This has been fun. I'm enjoying this. I enjoy this very much. So
this is every week now.
Yeah,
this guy goes crazy.
I know. So it's hard for me to get on here sometimes. So I had to make this announcement again. I've done it mostly on the Vitoverse. You definitely catch me on the Vitoverse as much on there every Friday,
other
Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
So you definitely catch me there most of the time there. Let's see. You'll rarely catch me here on the Sandstorm. I just came on here because the topic at hand we were going to talk about, and I really wanted to bring this up, so this was actually really good to bring up, and I was happy about it. As for me streaming and stuff, like I said this in the Vitoverse, I'll bring it up in the Sandstorm as well. I have not streamed in a while because my son was born basically last month, so I have been kind of out from streaming, so I will be back streaming. I believe it'll be the week after Father's Day. I should be back up streaming. We're basically getting his shots and everything. I should be up and running. I will do an actual personal video, actually introducing him whatsoever, which Obadiah will be here. As you can see him.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes, yes, Vito has been really going on fun with that lately, especially at work too. Especially at work, he's been really hitting me hard with this over at work. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, just kind of check up on me. You see my stuff up here on X Formulas Twitter and YouTube, and not YouTube. I can't think of the other names in my head, but all my other streaming channels whatsoever, you can see me there and leave me messages whatsoever. Also, like I said, I may post a picture of him on and off from time to time, let you guys see him and everything else. So yeah, but again, I should be back after Father's Day and have him on screen and everything else. So that's all for me.
All right, and guys, make sure you definitely go follow him on Twitter. I'm sure you've seen him in the comment section and post it and being at by Vito and I. So as well, go hit the subscribe button on his too. Even if he's not going right now, make sure you hit the subscribe.
Check out some of the old stuff, man. Check out some of them.
Yeah, just catch up. Yeah. Listen. You might have missed a couple seasons. Go check out a couple episodes and get caught up. Just get caught up.
I do. Yeah, the DDR workouts should be coming back, and I do have a bunch of new charts I want to try out. And I'm like, oh boy, I heard some of the songs, and I'm just like, oh goody stuff.
Hey, when I say this man and his friends are like professionals and stuff, like they should be in like competitions. Like
they are, and they just finished the competition at the convention just a minute ago. I just saw them I just seen on X Formulas Twitter. I was like, oh god.
It was at Momo.
Yep, MomoCon.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a not just DDR, they had a bunch of like rhythm game competitions. I think it was they had they had Sound Vortex, they had Dance Rush, which is interesting. Yeah, so they had a bunch of like competitions for it. So yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right, Vito, what you got up?
The Vitoverse. Oh, yeah. What Trinell said. The road to 500 here on this channel. Let's go. Let's get them likes
Yep.
up. Let's share. Definitely
Do it.
share. That's how we gonna get this, 500.
Yeah.
But same thing for the Vitoverse. We were on the road to 300. So do what y'all can. You know what I'm saying? Press these channels out to other people that y'all know will definitely be interested in our community and building our community and knowing that when they come over here we gonna be talking to them and engaging with them and we care about them and just basically what Sandstorm said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Who was it? Ipsters.
Yeah, Ipster.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and what he's going through or whatever the situation may be. Prayers up. Sorry for your loss, things of that
Yeah,
nature.
definitely.
So definitely, we care about that type of stuff over here. I say it all the time on my channel. My channel is basically meant for if you don't feel like you have family on these social media platforms, come over here. We'll definitely welcome you with open arms. So just a little message from Don Vito himself. But nah. Basically, we did our live yesterday. So thank you, Noto. You know what I'm saying? Sandstorm, you was in the chat. Dark Sun Rider, shout out to them. They were in the chat as well. We did our little game and stuff like that. Hey, I encourage all the rest of y'all too. If y'all can on Fridays, same time as this, 9:00. Come over on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with us, and we talking like not video games, but
Entertainment.
like movies and TV series and all
yeah.
that other stuff. We may sprinkle a couple of music topics if it's interesting, you know what I'm saying? So definitely just come over. We have the same type of fun over there we have over here, except I'm a little more animated. So but definitely next week we're just gonna be uploading our reactions. The week after that, that's that live. So hey, stay tuned, guys. Go ahead and join us one Friday. Friday. But other than that, that's it.
Okay, so yes, you can.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, thank you, Triple, for congratulating me with Silver, being a family man. So thank you very much.
Yeah, so you can catch us every other week, like Vito said, on the Vitoverse. I really implore you guys, really encourage you guys to come over there because it's I mean we're silly all the time. That's just a natural thing, but just talking about movies and stuff like that. Great conversation. Even anime. I forgot that. We talk anime too. So we talk the anime, the movies, TV shows, all types of entertainment.
Oh,
and stuff
shout
like
out to
that.
Jay because he's a part of that our crew over there too.
Yeah, Jay Biggs. Yep. Our moderator, he holds it down for us as well. So really appreciate it. Saturdays, of course, every Saturday at 9:00. You can catch us here on the Sandstorm Show. Where Vito is our host, also Noto, or I'm the host. Vito is our co-host, but also Noto is co-host as well. You may not see him as often, but he is co-hosting on the channel as well. So, and then on Sunday we have the Winging It podcast, where we get together with all sorts of type of people, and Vicky too, who slaves.
Why you had to separate her?
Because she's like the slave driver, if you will, of the show, is kind of how that turns out. She says, "Stroke your beard." We all have to, like, we just that's pause. Yes, all that, no pause, like that's exactly how she fast forward to 1.5. Yeah.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah. So, you guys can come over there. Tomorrow is going to be an excellent conversation. Some of these conversations that we had today will actually trickle over to the Winging It podcast tomorrow. And then Monday, probably not this Monday because it's Memorial Day, but usually on Mondays, the Gel podcast, the Juices Loose podcast with Terminator Juice. I'm sure most of you guys know who Gel. Most of you guys know who Juice is. And he hosts the Gel podcast. And it gets a little wild and a little extreme sometimes. This is Terminator Juice, so make sure You guys go over there and subscribe to that channel where you can catch me, Mr. T, Terminator Juice, Trinell, Robert, Retro, and Clocked It. Not all at the same time on the podcast, just talking about different gaming stuff. So, other than that, make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well to get us to that 500, where we will be giving away a $50 gift card to the eShop of your choice. But we have to get to 500 first. So, thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate you coming through, and we will see you guys later.
Shout out to BBL Drizzy.
Drizzy.
All right. Hold on. Okay.